Hi, welcome to our mini class on our positive thought for the week, which this week's on feeling our feelings. So as always, every day this week, there's a post for you on our community Facebook page offering ideas and food for thought around this topic. So if you'd like, please stop by there a few minutes each day to check out all the potentially helpful info, remembering knowledge is power. So the more we learn, the more we can grow and positively expand our lives. Okay. Feeling our feelings. This week, in lieu of a 5-day exercise, I'm going to instead point out 7 different things around feeling our feelings that have really been helpful to me on my journey, so that whichever ones maybe resonate for you, you can then this week ponder those in a way that feel both empowering and inspiring to you to either further free yourself up and or move yourself forward even more in your life this week, as that's always the goal here, being our best selves, living our best lives. Okay, so first thing I want to point out is that having feelings is part of the human experience. So obviously, a mandatory part of being human is experiencing a wide range of emotions. It isn't optional for any of us to not have feelings. And I think it's a really important point to start off with and realize, so we remember that we all collectively share in these experiences of feeling good and not so good. You know, there isn't a person on the planet right now that hasn't felt joy or pain or loss on some scale. So no matter who we are, we share in this huge commonality that exists in being human. And to me, that's incredibly touching and humbling, as this really connects us all. So that's point number 1. Second thing is that it's never too late to learn how to feel all of our feelings, or better feel all of our feelings, so we can finally free ourselves from any emotional weight we might be carrying that we maybe instead repeatedly lash out onto others or stuff inside. And either way, it's causing us pain or a weightiness that we don't need to keep carrying. So we can learn how to take responsibility for our emotions, feel them, move through them, and finally let them go. Also, if need be, safely and appropriately express our feelings too. You know, unfortunately, as much as we all may try, myself included, we can't only feel good feelings all the time. It just doesn't work like that, right? So to recognize that we can still learn how to feel whatever we haven't yet, so we can move through it and once and for all let it go, this is an incredible liberation when we're able to finally do this. Recognizing too that feeling our feelings doesn't mean acting them out. So we can learn to feel our anger or sadness or whatever by simply being present to it and allowing that energy to move through our bodies without having to act it out. This is what great leaders do, like Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi. So feeling our anger doesn't mean going off on others or losing it. That can be avoided if we give ourselves permission and a safe space to be with our feelings and feel them. If we do, they eventually pass, and then when we're at peace again, if necessary, we can calmly express whatever we were feeling, anger or whatever. Still, acting out emotionally isn't necessary if we realize it's never too late to learn this skill set of feeling our feelings and, when needed, expressing our feelings too in appropriate, safe ways. Which leads us right into point number 3, which is that at certain times in life, we may need to enlist trusted loved ones and or professional help to help us do this. Feel some of our feelings, ones that might be difficult or we feel stuck around. So like anything else in life, if we want to learn how to do something to improve our lives, we need support at times to ask for and seek out help, whether it's someone close to us, like a spouse or best friend we trust 1,000%, or a trusted counselor or therapist who can help us. And we're all worthy and deserving of this, finding that right person or people to help and asking for it. So loving ourselves enough, if we don't have this support and need it at present, to make it a priority for ourselves. You're worth it. We're all worth it. Now, with that said, I want to go to point number 4, which is to simply do our best to be kind and compassionate with ourselves when we're having lots of feelings or challenging feelings. So we all have different emotional challenges. You know, I know some who struggle with allowing themselves to feel good, like letting in joy and happiness, while others of us might struggle with allowing ourselves to feel our sadness or fear. Some emotions too are more socially acceptable than others, right? Like it's okay to be happy, yet maybe in your home growing up, it wasn't okay to be happy, or it wasn't okay to cry or feel frustrated. So recognizing that self-kindness and self-compassion are key to becoming more capable of naturally moving through our human emotions. This is helpful. Speaking to ourselves like a loving parent would, saying, I'm doing my best and it's okay to be where I am. I love me. That's key. I also want to point out number 5, to remember to stay focused on the benefits of feeling our feelings. You know, emotions are energies in motion. That's what emotion is. Energy in motion. So we're energetic beings, and our emotions are energies we feel that are meant to come and go, to be felt energetically, moved through our bodies, and released. So we can stay light and free like children. You know, they do this naturally because they haven't learned yet to stuff their feelings or to judge them, right? So when we see a child fall and scrape their knee, they just allow themselves to feel that pain and cry. And a few minutes later, because they didn't stifle it, they get right back up and run around again laughing. So for us to remember these benefits too, feeling lighter, freer, healthier emotionally when we feel our feelings, this is helpful as we also then better flow with all of life instead of fight against it, holding on to certain feelings for years, which takes so much energy versus letting it go when we're able. And of course, at a time and in a place that feels right and safe and good to us. Second to last thought today is point number 6, trusting the process. So learning to feel can sometimes mean starting to deal, and this eventually allows us to heal. It can also just mean finally giving ourselves permission to move forward in life, enjoy life more, or be happier. So to remember, like almost everything else in life, this is a process. So to do our best to enjoy the process, be patient with ourselves, and like point number 4 already, be super kind and compassionate with ourselves as we journey towards positive change. Last point I'd like to share today, number 7, is to recognize that it's more than okay to not be ready to feel some of our feelings. So again, we do things when we're good and ready, and it's all good, truly. We get there when we get there. So love who you are, where you are, and always trust when the timing's right, things will shift. We'll take action, and until then, loving ourselves is key. As I say here every week, self-love always, and that's because in life, it's one of the most important things. Now, these 7 points have all been very helpful to me on my own continual journey with learning to feel all of my feelings. So I hope at least one, if not more, will be helpful to you. Please too use the share button below this video in our mailer to share this with other like-minded, fabulous females. I wish you so much joy and lightness this week, and a thanks for being you, as I genuinely appreciate all the ways you positively contribute to our world, large and small. I look forward to seeing you here again next week. For now, though, enjoy your day. Bye.